Hello and welcome to my channel. In this video, I just want to talk about karma. I just want to, explain what does karma means, how does karma work, why does it exist, how karma can have a huge effect on our soul growth and development on this planet. I just want to break all this stuff down in this video, okay? I'm also going to explain how I became aware and conscious of karma myself from my own past experience. It wasn't like I was taught these things. I'm learning as I go. It wasn't like I learned this information from the internet or nothing like that, okay? So first of all, what is karma? What does it mean? Okay, karma works like this. It's like an eye for an eye, tooth for a tooth, right? You take my eye, I take your eye. You take my tooth, I take your tooth. You know what I mean? It's kind of like that. It's like equal exchange. It's like polarity there, right? You know, karma could work not just you doing physical harm towards anybody or anything. It could, karma could work towards you in a negative way by you just sending, let's just say, somebody evil eye, and they really didn't deserve that. But you see, it's sending them negative thoughts. That's bad karma right there. You can create good karma for yourself too by doing good deeds towards others. Not just people, towards the animals, and towards the earth. Okay. Some people call Earth Mother Gaia. Okay, it's a conscious. It's not a dead planet. Okay. Unfortunately, we got some people that have no respect for it. Some do, some don't. I guess we all have free will. But yeah, karma, the works like that is nothing new. This is like a lot of old knowledge, that really isn't really being taught too much. And it's very, very important to master and understand, divine law, universal law called cause and effect karma. In the Christian Bible, they call it you reap what you sow. It's nothing new. It's old knowledge that isn't really talked about too much. Wonder why, right? I guess we can't have light and love on the planet, because if people understood these concepts, people probably think twice before they do wrong towards each other. And you will have to pay for that. Okay. Now, most people get karma confused with sin. It's not the same thing. It's completely different, all right? It's like confusing cold water with hot water, something like that. Okay. Uh, Basically, sin means the womb of the woman in the old dictionaries. Okay, you gotta get the old dictionary to figure this stuff out. Um, the good old dictionary to get is like the English etymology dictionary. Uh, Etymology means understanding, the meanings of words. Uh, Also, when you download dictionaries, be careful because in a digital format, and they can easily tweak the meanings of the words around on you. So you got to be careful with that. There's a whole lot of Jedi mind tricks games going on this planet. It's pretty deep. Uh, Also, another thing I watch out for, like the newer dictionary. Let's say you got an old dictionary, right? You got a definition of a word that already exists in the old dictionary. Let's just say later on in the future, they took that old word, the meaning of that old word, and tweaked it into something different. So that has happened too before. So you got to be careful with that. That's why it's good to get the old dictionaries. Okay. Uh, Also, when it comes to sin, okay, like in the Christian Bible, it tells you, like, for example, having tattoos is considered a sin. Okay. What does a tattoo have to do with karma? How is that creating bad karma for myself? You understand what I'm saying? It ain't making any fucking sense. You really gotta watch this crap. So, like I said, Jedi mind games out here, but the worst when you don't know no better. You see what I'm saying? Yeah, so when you start looking at this stuff, I was like, okay, I understand, touche, it's a chess move. Okay, yeah, you jokers did a good job on us on this planet. Unless you know you just control you and manipulate your ass. It is exactly that. I gotta give them up to them. When you start waking up to this crap, it's like, wow, y'all wrong for this shit, but they good though. I ain't gonna lie. But also, let me give another example in the Bible. It talks about piercings. You ain't supposed to be having any piercings. Even ear piercing, that's considered a sin. Okay, well, what does piercing have to do with karma, man? It just ain't making sense, man. You understand what I'm saying? At the end of the day, it's all about where are you at when it comes to your karma out here in this world. Because Earth is a school collective. There is lessons to be learned here. This ain't no joke. I mean, it's the only way you're going to learn. Nobody died for your screw ups out here. Get that out your head too. That's more fairy tale shit. Realistically speaking, I get on people about this all the time when I'm doing one-on-one conversations with people. I'm doing this for years, since I was like 19. You know, as time will continue on, I just started learning more and growing, you know what I'm saying? Consciously. You know, and I mean, people don't want to hear this, but hey, you know, nobody died for your screw ups, guys. You know, you have to pay you have to reap what you sow. It's the only way you're gonna learn. You do the crime, you do the time. Real talks, real facts. Realistically speaking. Okay? Now, I don't know if you ever seen a movie called Boomerang with Eddie Murphy. He was a player in the movie. He got played by a bigger player. That was a good example of karma in that movie. Yeah. Good example of it. Let me give you another good example of karma, okay? Let's see. Okay, right here we got the justice scales, right? Now, if you notice in the courtrooms, they have like scales and all that. Yeah, well, you know, you gotta ask yourself, where do they get these concepts from? You see, in the spiritual realm, you know, which I consider the real world, okay, this earth is like a school, right? It's like some people call it the matrix, right? Kind of like we're in a game called Sims or something like that, but there's rules to the game. Can't be out here wilding out. There's consequences to your actions, okay, literally. So let's just say, okay, they copied and pasted out things work the spiritual realm and brought it into this matrix that we call Earth, the Earth school. So you have karmic justice scales, okay? So create your own karma, right? Whether it's good or bad. You know, we all have free will. So we got an imbalance like this in the spiritual realm. We got a problem. And that ain't looking right. It got to be balanced here. We got to have complete balance. So what we gonna do about this? That's a karmic debt you got to pay there. Fix that. So when you fix it, you go out here, you pay off some debt. So when you do wrongful things, you have to pay off those karmic debts that you create in a negative way with interest. Okay. So you do that, boom, we got balance. That's what you want. That's how things are supposed to be. It's called an eye for an eye, tooth for a tooth, equal exchange. That's just a good example of how this stuff works. All right. Now, let me give you another example of karma. Okay, let's just say we got B, right? B on this cup means bad. G on this cup means good, right? Okay, so we got good, we got bad, we got good, okay? Bad represents bad karma. Okay, like here on Earth, like I said, it's like they copy and paste out things work in the spiritual realm, right? When you have bad credit, when you take a loan now, your interest is gonna be high as hell. You get no rewards for having bad credit, right? That's your punishment, right? If you have good credit here on the earthly plane, that means you're going to be rewarded for that. So when you take out a loan, your interest is going to be less. This is your reward for being on a good side of credit. You see what I'm saying? This is, you know, everything has a reaction out here. Every action has a reaction, right? A boomerang effect. Okay. So that's one good example of how things work when it comes to good karma and bad karma. Also, let's just say, for example, you planted good seeds for yourself, right? You've been doing this, you know, been doing that for years. This is what I've been doing for years. I've been planting good seed for myself, okay? Now, the reason why I understand this concept because I'm on past screw ups. Now, in the past, when I was like 19 years old, you know, dealing with some toxic addictions out here, okay? Let's just keep it real. A lot of us have fallen from grace. You know, nobody's perfect out here in these streets. Just be real with it, okay? So if you're perfect, something wrong with your ass. You all got some type of flaw. I don't care who you are. But I understood how karma worked from my own past screw ups, okay? I remember to do this bad thing and something bad to happen to me. Never failed. I was like, man, it was like, nah, something ain't right here. All right, now this is what you call you reap what you sow, right? Like in the Christian Bible called it, you reap what you sow. I'm thinking that stuff is real. I mean, I can't get away with squat, not even at death. So I'm starting to understand these concepts, figuring this stuff out. So I'm like, man, this pretty much stopped me cold turkey for my toxic addiction. I said, it's not even worth my freaking time. It's not worth it, So from that point on, since I was like 19 years old, I've been careful how I treat others. Animals, plant, all of them. Very extra careful. So I've been planting, like I said, good seeds for myself for years because I understand these concepts. So since I've been planting good seeds for myself, how's my harvest going? How's my harvest going to look, collective? Let me tell you exactly what it's going to look like. It's going to look like this. This is what I planted for myself. That's some good stuff, right? That's your reward for being a good side of karma, for behaving. Remember, you create your own karma. Your every action, your every thought is being recorded in your Akashic records, your soul records, your book of life. Now, you don't snitch out here. Now, I ain't gonna lie, back in the day, if somebody would have dropped the wall, I would have took it. I'm thinking, hey, nobody around looking, I'm good to go. Shoot, I'm gonna take this. And I got away with it. Not really. I'm gonna have to pay for that. I knew you dropped the wallet, but I kept it anyway. It's like I knew it came out your pocket, but I just scooped it up, took it for myself. Nowadays, my concepts change. My philosophy changed on that stuff. So now, if someone drops a wall, I'm gonna pick it up and say, hey, you dropped this, because I understand how karma works. Your action life mirrors your karma. Let me give you another example. Let's just say here I am. I did a good, somebody over here with a flat tire, and I'm helping this person with their flat tire. I'm showing you the good karma that I'm about to receive. So let me get my good karma book out, my good deeds for the day book out. Boom, that's the point for me. You gotta look at life on this planet as a game, like a video game. I'm scoring points out here. We all, gotta start doing this. I'm just using that as an example, right? I'm not actually walking around here with notebook pads and shit. It ain't happening. But I understand the stuff, how the stuff work. I'm recording everything I do. It's all going back to my soul. My Akashic records, whatever. So let's just say, for example, let me give you another example. Let's just say, hey, I just stole somebody's car. I'm showing you the bad karma that I'm about to receive. And it ain't fucking pretty, all right? I'm gonna go through spiritual ass whooping on that. I'm not sure how it's gonna come, but it's gonna come. Trust me, you might not be around to see people whose spiritual ass whoopings, their bad karma coming their way, but trust me, they're gonna go through it. You can't tell me this stuff ain't real. I taste being on the bad side of karma. It's a bitch, it's not gonna worth my time. I'm not ascending on a soul level. I'm descending on a soul level. I'm not evolving on a soul level. I'm devolving on a soul level. I'm not getting anywhere. I'm not getting ahead. Okay, fortunately, let's just say some of you out here, you've been doing this for years. You planting bad seeds for yourself, right? So this is what you end up freaking dealing with. This is your harvest. Your harvest looking like this. Hot fucking mess, all right? It ain't really much going on here. It's some shrubs. All right, that's what you end up playing. You planted some jacked up seeds for yourself. Like literally. But hey, everybody's free will, Yeah, this is very, very important for people to understand these concepts about karma, law of cause and effect. Real stuff. Now, another thing most people don't realize, karma can also follow you from past life to the present, collective. I mean, so yeah, this stuff cuts deeper than this lifetime. Now, how did I become aware of these concepts? It ain't like they teaching this stuff, especially with the religious belief systems out here. That ain't happening. How did I figure that out? Well, this is how I figured it out. I'm reading this book by this man right here, Edgar Cayce. And if you see that, get a little close up on it. Edgar Cayce, Sleeping Prophet. lived about 100 years ago. All right, that's how I found out about it. I mean, I read books. You know, you gotta exercise your brains out here. You know. We gotta start doing that more often. I've done some experiments with some adults out here. I was like, hey, I asked some adults, like, when's the last time you read a book? And they said, you know what, nobody's ever asked me that like that. That's an odd question. They said, you know what, I can't remember the last time I read a book. I was like, wow. They said, I need to start reading books. And I said, yeah. And like, what should I read? I said, well, what do you find interesting? Start by doing that. You know, don't forget to exercise your mind out here, guys. That needs to be stimulated as well. Let me give you an example of how karmic will work from past life to the present. Let's just say, for example, we're gonna use these coins. This is bad karma right there. It works both ways, good or bad, okay? But unfortunately, some of y'all got some bad karma that rolled over on your ass in this lifetime. So you got extra bad karma stacked on top of each other. Stacked. And that's gotta be paid. They gotta be paid. See, a lot of us got stuck in a karmic loop. I'm talking about when you don't learn lessons in your previous life. It rolls over in this lifetime. You know, Earth is a school. You gotta look at it from a different perspective. Let's just say you're in high school, you're in the 12th grade, right? It's like, hey, how long you been in 12th grade? This is my 5th time in the 12th grade. That means you've been repeating the karmic cycles on this planet on a soul level for about 5 lifetimes. They ain't looking good in the spiritual realm. You know, you looking like Humpty Dumpty out here in these fucking streets, literally, collective. For some people, it's what we looking like out here. I mean, why are we here? Start asking myself, how did I get here on this planet? Why am I here? The Bible wasn't telling me a lot of these things. I had to go search for this stuff, doing some soul searching, like, why am I here? How did I get here? Because I don't like it here. So what the hell is going on? I know I'm telling you, a lot of information has been lost. And I understand, you know, I'm like, okay, this spiritual warfare, these dark forces don't want us to realize our karma works, so we get off the karmic loop. It's like we going round and round and round the merry-go-round. You know, like a lot of us went off this damn ride. Yeah, I know, I feel you. That's why I've been studying the hell out of karma. And like, how we get off it? How we get off this loop, this reincarnation loop? We being reincarnated here because we ain't learning lessons. Some of y'all gotta learn. Some of y'all got bad karma debts to pay off. Some of you guys got soul lessons to learn. Some of y'all need to start loving yourself more, start standing up for yourself and setting some boundaries too, and stop allowing people to use you as a freaking stepping stool. Some of y'all gotta learn those lessons. Some of y'all gotta stop being so damn cold and hateful. Remember, God is love and love is God. You ain't for love, you ain't for God. I don't care what you say. Kidding me? Let me give you another example of how reincarnation works, all right? I'm using these vehicles as an example. These vehicles represent our bodies here in the matrix, right? I'm going to use an example. This battery represents your soul, okay? We're just a tiny spark of source light, God's light. Some you call it the universe, the divine, the creator, whatever, right? So this bar, we broke up these little facets of light spread across the universe and other universes as well. And we're here learning. We're just learning. We're all here to learn. And we take these information and data and we send it back to the source from which we all come from. Some people call it God's source. We're learning. Okay? It's a lot of information to lost. But then you're like, oh, you speaking blasphemy if you're saying that you one with the universe, with the divine. Well, back in ancient times, some people called the law of one because they understood these concepts, but it's been buried on purpose. Remember, these dark forces don't want you to realize who you are, how powerful you are, collective. You're more than these bodies. I never ever really see myself. Like when I look at me, I don't see myself at all. The only time I see myself is when I'm honestly expressing myself. That's the real me, not this vessel. I see past lives of different characters that we play, like in the movie, like an actor. Every time an actor plays a movie and a character in the movie, they're not going to be the same character that they in these movies. And that's how I see us when it comes to past lives. You know, in the past life, you might have been this and that and that. Hell, some of y'all probably ruled empires back in the past lives. Literally. You just forgot. When you come to this planet, you have a veil of forgetting who you are. It's part of your school. Is what we signed up to this mess. We knew the risk of coming here, that we could get stuck in karmic loops. But you know, it's all we got is our intuition. That's all I've been using, my intuition, to get out of this mess. My intuition and common sense got me this far in life. Your intuition comes from that feeling, that gut feeling, which comes from your heart space, your emotion. Your emotional body is what we call the feminine energy within us, what we all have. You're very logical. It means you're very masculine now. Some of you got an imbalance when it comes to your feminine masculine energy. Some of you are too damn masculine, too damn feminine. You're too damn masculine, you're starting to become cold-hearted. When you're too damn feminine, you become overgiving. That's not healthy. We gotta have balance. We gotta have polarity, not justice skills. You understand what I'm saying? But anyway, like I was saying, like, you know, you're a soul, right? Let's say your soul's form is shapeless like air. It could be in many different vessels. Okay. So let's just say your soul entered into this vehicle, right? This body, right? And you're alive, right? All right, when you're dead, boom, soul leaves. Remember, death in the spirit is a birth into the physical, right? Death in the physical is a rebirth back into spirit. Okay? I'm just going to use that as an example. Let's say your soul left that vehicle and moved into another vehicle. This is your new body. Right? This is your new body right here. And then when that body no longer good, your soul leaves it and moves on to something else. And Earth is a game, you know. Your soul could be in many different type of vessels, not just a person, human being vessel. Okay, we're energy. We're energy. We're eternal. There's no end to us. So we're energy. You can't destroy energy, but it can be transformed. All right. So that's like an example that I wanted to show you guys about how the soul can move into different type of, vessels. Okay. Everything around is made up of matter. It's vibrating at different frequencies. Even air is made up of matter. We know what it is. We breathe in and out of our lungs all the time. You can blow a balloon up with it. Remember who you are, collective. Don't forget who we are. We got to remember who we are while we're having a 3D Earth experience as human beings in this lifetime.